Cawfee Talk with Robyn Schall. Please welcome the host of Cawfee Talk with Robyn Schall, Robyn Schall. Oops. Thank you. Thank you. Please sit. You're going down. You're going down. Hi, welcome. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Cawfee Talk. This is Thursday, October something. It is Halloween week, so as you can see, I'm dressed up as a fairy. Jamie, I believe you made this. Guys, Jamie made this. She made it from Moonflower. Oh, by the way, I cut my hair. Yesterday. What do we think? It's really short. I also didn't brush it, so ignore it. But anyway, this was made from Moonflower, but I figured I don't think I ever dressed up as a fairy. So, but I didn't have wings, so my wings got cut off in my 20s from selling it for crack. Okay, anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm so excited. Switch up of guests. Looks great. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Carlos. Mr. and Mrs. Carlos, are you guys my guests for tomorrow's game show? I don't know if we got to the bottom of it. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do, because it's our Halloween special, I was going to do like a spooky game show, but I don't think we have guests. Also, today's guest was supposed to be Alan Fuchs, but he got moved to next week. Today we have Meghan Sinclair. Some of you may have met her from, I think I had her once on Periscope. We became friends when we did like a crazy little play back over 10 years ago in the Village called Naked Holiday, where I was Jew number 2 and she was Christian number 2, or maybe Christian number 1. And we became instant friends because this weird-ass show bonded us for life. And she's just so talented. She's done so many things. She's done a lot, and we'll go over everything. Like, she was on a show on Lifetime called Health Corners. She was on an episode of High Maintenance. She's done a lot. In my opinion, the coolest thing she did, and you guys will know what I'm talking about because this commercial has ran for like 15 years. There's a Walgreens commercial. It's literally from like 10, 15 years ago. And it's like all these different characters. And she was on that commercial. She'll explain it. I think she was like the cowgirl up front. I wonder if we could play it somehow without it getting, taken down. At our house, every day is a naked holiday. Oh, I can't wait to explain this play to you guys. I think me and her are the only ones who kept our clothes on for this show. I'm not even kidding. Like, everyone was naked but us. But anyway, so we can have her at 11:15. So, Jalen, make sure I don't overrun too much. And then, so I'm really excited to interview her because I have questions. Here's the cool thing about interviewing your friends is, stuff they did, but like you never get to interview them. Do you know what I mean? Like you never get to sit back and just like ask them questions, how they got things, how the experience was. So I'm really excited. So then I'm just doing housekeeping up front. Okay. Interview. Second, we have Patreon sprinkles tonight. You definitely, if you're a sprinkle, want to tune in tonight. I got some stories. I'm going to give you an overview of a story right now, but then we'll go through the details tonight. But that's going to be at 10:05. Reason why it's 10:05 is because I'm being interviewed on a podcast tonight, which will also be on Instagram Live, called Workouts and Margaritas at 9 o'clock. So that's what we're going to do sprinkles after. Okay, maybe I thought we had like a whole list of things to go over, but that was it. Oh, Richie again has to teach at 11, so he sent me the news, so I'll just read it again. I just feel like he's putting teaching before us, and I think it's a little rude. Tomorrow's episode may have Mr. and Mrs. Carlos or may have someone else. I don't know. But everyone needs to dress up. I don't want to be the only one dressing up tomorrow. I've been the only one dressing up all week, and I feel like you guys should join me tomorrow. And then take pictures of you watching in your costume. Okay, let's get into the story. By the way, I have coffee, but I'm drinking water because I'm nauseous. How can we find the podcast? Okay, I'll give you the Instagram live account. I don't know how to find the podcast. But it's in my Instagram stories, but if you go to the Instagram squats and margaritas, it's not workout and margaritas, it's squats and margaritas. But I put it in my Instagram story. I'm doing that at 9. She's interviewing me, and then right after, we'll head over to Sprinkles. Anyway, I woke up nauseous this morning. Let's pray to the gods I'm not pregnant. Literally, 2020 couldn't get any worse if that's the situation. No offense if you are. I'm sure you'll be a lovely little human. But let's just pray because I'm so nauseous. So I'm switching back and forth. Every time I have a sip of coffee, I need my coffee because, like, clearly I'm tired. But I'm nauseous. And every time I take a sip, I want to throw up. Oh, my God. Can you imagine this is my announcement? Watch, I'm pregnant, and then, like, in 2 weeks, we're going to watch this being like, hey, Robyn, remember that morning you were so nauseous? Frank's going to watch this later and be like, crapping himself. And be like, Robyn. Anyway, I'm so nauseous. So if I run off in the middle of the interview, you know why. I'm giving birth in the bathroom. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. You know that there's people like, I'm an empath, an empath or whatever, when they like, I just feel energies. Whatever. But I think because the election is 1 week away, I think in the universe there's so much anxiety energy that I actually do feel like I'm picking up on it, because last night I was like so anxious and I'm like, what is this? And then I'm like, oh, it's probably just like the entire country just feeling a certain way, that I feel like, does anyone else just have a lot of like pent up energy? Or is this just me? Or is it just the fact that I'm pregnant? Oh dear Jesus, please don't be pregnant. Unless I am, and then we're very excited. Can you imagine? I am, and then this baby's gonna look back on this live stream and be like, ugh, Robyn didn't even want me. No, of course I want you. I just, it would not be like the ideal time. It could just be gas. Yeah, I mean, like, it could a gasoline. It could be that. Or it could just be that I'm dying. It's one or the other. By the way, how freaking cute are these puppies? Okay, let's get into the drama. Again, I will go over details and sprinkles. Okay. And if you're not a patron, it's time to join. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Okay. Are you drinking your poop water? It could be constipation. I am drinking my poop water, but I am constipated. But I think that's another symptom of pregnancy. Symptom? Is that the word? I don't know. Right, but aren't pregnant people constipated? I don't know. I'm probably just not eating enough fiber. Okay. So, okay. Let's talk the senior home. The senior home drama continues. Again, details come tonight. But in short, this is not short, but in short, the gig was first presented to Regina. Due to distance, pay, and time, and all this stuff, Regina's like, I'm so sorry, but I can't. Which she then gave to Meghan. And Meghan at first was like, yay! But then due to the circumstances, Meghan's like, I'm so sorry. I love old people, but I can't. And then it was presented to me. And I said, yay! But now, when it was presented to me, it was presented with a small amount of money, but some money, and an outdoor show, okay? I have only performed in outdoor shows. Also, these outdoor shows, I've always known the person putting it together, so I would be able to ask questions, or before you even ask questions, usually people will be like, hey, Robyn, do you want to do my show? Like, for example, last night I performed in Queens. The person who put it together, his name is Ray, and I've known him for over 10 years. And when he booked me, he was like, hey, Robyn, do you want to do my show? It's really safe. Everyone gets their own mic cover. And they'll be wiped. The mic will be wiped in between each comic, and there'll be at least 10 feet between you and the first row, and everyone's good. Okay. Now that's like same thing with the park shows. Like everyone has their own mic cover. The audience is farther back. Like I've yet to do a show where I'm just like, okay, all right. Just putting that out there. That I although like I say I'm performing, just know behind the scenes. There's even like the rooftop show I did with New York Comedy Club. I mean, my uncle came to that, and I mean, it was outside and separated, and we wiped the mic. Again, I'm just saying that, like, I've always felt very safe. Okay. So when I was offered this show, it was outdoors, an X amount of money. Okay. That money had been then reduced again. So it wasn't a little money, but then it was at $50 were taken off that little money. But it was fine. I didn't care. I was clearly just doing this for the old people. Okay. Well, then yesterday morning, as I told you guys, they added a second show, but they weren't going to pay me. Okay. So I was a little annoyed because I was like, no, you have to pay me. Like, you have to pay me. So I just wrote back a very nice letter, and I was like, hi, no, you have to pay me. And then they wrote back, okay, because remember, this is a senior home. They have money, okay? 5 minutes till interview. Thank you, Jalen. Thank you. They have the money, right? But it was still like no money. But they can pay for a second show. Okay, so I said that. She said, okay. But then it was a follow-up with, but we have to submit this, so you won't be getting paid for a while. Okay, now if you've been following me for a while, there's been shows where they said they were going to pay me down the road and they never paid me, and we had a fight to get the money. And so from that point on, I know for those of you who've been with me for a while know that now in my contracts, I always say you have to pay me up front because of X, Y, and Z. Okay. So Regina had wrote something for me because she's like, no. Everyone's like, no. But I'm like, oh, we'll try this. Okay. So Regina wrote a thing saying, you could pay me out of pocket, and then you could do the request, and then you could take the money because you work there. You'll be dealing with all these people. So we figured this out, kind of. But now more details are coming out about the show. One, it's indoors in the senior home. There is no protocol set up for this safety of, I don't even care about me, but of the old people. Like, do you have, like, what's the situation? Am I far enough, if we're indoors, are we far enough away from each other? A. B, now you have me doing 2 shows. Where am I going to be in between these shows? I'm not staying indoors with old people, especially because, like I just said, I just performed in Queens last night. I'm taking the subway. Are you going to pay for me to take a COVID test, rapid COVID test, you know? Okay, it's a complete mess, right? I'm speaking, you know, Regina, everyone's like, get out. I'd read you the text of Megan Hanley, but she was like, get out, Robyn. No, abort. Okay. So I messaged Les Deacon, who has been a guest on Cawfee Tawk. And he performs at senior homes as his job, okay? Like, he's a comic that, like, goes around and performs at senior homes. So I knew, like, this money situation was way below what he does, but I figured it's COVID, who knows, let me see what he feels comfortable with. Maybe he knows what to do in this situation. So I said, Les, I don't feel comfortable, I can't do it. Do you want it? And he's like, you know what, let me handle it. I feel comfortable, because he's been, you know, he knows what to do. Okay. So I said, great. So he talks to them, he's like, Robyn, I'm doing it. I'm like, okay, fine, I trust, he knows, okay. I get a text message from this morning. Nope, not doing it. Regina turned her down. Knocked her down. I got out. Now Les got out. And he's like, but I think I'm going to try one more comic who may do it. It is just such a mess. And there's other emails that have gone on. But oh my goodness. The best thing I did is say no. I feel so much better all around. I'm really upset. I feel bad for the people that are losing out are these seniors, but I think they're winning by not having a comedian come into the senior home. I just feel like that is a bad idea. Especially with no one's getting tested beforehand. It's just a bad idea. So anyway, we're out of that. We're not performing at a senior center. And I think until COVID is end, let's make that a rule. No going into senior centers. Or senior homes. But this drama went on all afternoon, all evening. The bottle throwing homeless guy said he'll do it. Literally. Literally, it's just so funny because when presented to each and every one of us, and I'm not saying that we're Megan, Regina, me, and Les are the angel sent from heaven, but I like to think that the 4 of us are good humans. Like the four of us, when presented with this, our first response was, of course we would do this for our seniors. And like as each of us found out more stuff, we like backed away. But 11:15. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I finished that story on time. I didn't think I was going to. Thank you, Jalen. Okay. Jamie, do you still sell these on your shop? Like, can people buy these if they wanted to still? Well, you are funny. That counts or something. Exactly. Okay. Guys, I'm so excited for today's interview. We have so much to talk about. Okay. Okay, guys, you have seen her on Lifetime or on like I think the most popular commercial that's ever been up for Walgreens. Please give it up for my friend Meghan Sinclair. Hello. Wait, hold on. Let me get you.
How are you?
I am so good. Let me just get you a little closer to the camera so they can see you. Oh wait, hold on. Let me make you a little. There you go. Meghan! Wait, let me see if I turn it. There we go. Okay, perfect.
Wonderful.
Meghan, thank you for coming to the show today.
Thanks for having me. You look great.
Thank you. I'm a fairy who lost her wings selling crack on the street.
That's sad. That's very dark.
Well, I was like looking for a costume this morning. I was like, oh, I'll be a fairy, but then I realized I didn't have wings, so I needed a good story. I guess I could have done something a little less dark, but you know.
Oh, I like it. Go dark.
2020, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, before we even start the interview, I want to just first tell people, explain how we met.
Oh, yeah.
How would you explain the play Naked Holiday?
It was a show that promised a lot of naked people, but did not, in fact, have naked people.
Well, no, it did have some naked people.
I think, like, the first year it didn't. The first year we were in it, like, just had, like, G-strings and stuff. So some, like, gross men would show up.
No. There were boobies. There were boobies.
Were there?
There was boobies and, like, G-strings.
Yes, and then, but we were not naked.
No.
You were Jew number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was Christian number 2, and we got into a fight on stage.
Yeah, on stage.
Do you remember that one night where your boob fell out accidentally?
Wait, what?
I don't think anyone saw it on stage because you were wearing that like cute little black dress.
Okay.
And like I looked at you when we rolled off stage because that's kind of how the scene ends. We're like, done. And you were like, oh my god, I think I found it.
I blocked that whole experience out of my mind. So guys, this was like a play down in the village, right? Was it in the West Village or East Village? I don't remember.
East Village, in a basement.
It was in a basement. It was very weird. And the whole situation was so weird, but we found each other, which was the what is it called? Like positive, the thing come out of like a weird situation was this friendship. But oh my god, it was weird. It was weird. But then you did a few more shows with them.
It was so weird, and everybody got the flu. Do you remember? Because we had to do several shows, and everyone had like a temperature of like.
No, this was Corona back in like 2010, like because everyone was so sick. And I remember you got it before me, and you're like, Robyn, day 3 is the worst. And then I got it, and day 3 was the worst. And I still remember that to this day because I thought I was going to die. It was.
Oh God, yeah. It was just like it was such a strange, weird, horrible. It was a lot of things.
And that was the time I got like a terrible hair straightening. And remember my hair was falling out.
Oh yeah, did you do that Brazilian or was it something else?
It was like a Brazilian, and my hair started falling out, and I got a mullet by the end of the show. It was. It was just
because I saw you after the show, and your hair like had fixed itself, and I was like, oh, that's what she really looks like.
Yeah, I chopped it all off. Okay, so first let's back up. So you went to NYU, right?
I did.
Okay, so what made you want? Because you're from the Midwest.
I am.
And what made you want to come to Illinois? What made you want to come to New York?
It was that or LA, and I just really didn't like LA.
I agree. I still feel that way.
Yeah, it was just a good vibe. I was very afraid of New York for like the first year of college. And then I'd have to go back and visit my friends in Chicago, and I'd be like, "Oh, it's so cool," and I'd be like crying. But yeah, it took me a minute, but yeah, I love New York.
And did you major in acting while you were at NYU?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, for those who don't know, it's a very hard program to get into. So it's like a really big. I mean, would you say it's like probably one of the hardest acting programs to get into?
I don't know. It's hard because like I got in, so I'm like, how hard could it be?
Yeah, but you're so talented. Stop that. I'm putting you in as like the most talented actor. She's such a good actress. I'm not even kidding. Like,
let me put it this way though. Like I got into the USC program. I got into NYU, and Ithaca rejected me. So a lot of it's like subjective.
Yeah, but that's this business.
Bad, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like.
That's his business. It's so subjective. Like someone could think someone is the most talented and someone else can think they're a hack. Like it's just so crazy. Same thing with comedy.
Yeah,
okay, so you graduated from NYU and you're an actor in New York City. What was your first like break kind of?
I got a series of national Walgreens commercials right off the bat. And that was when I was heavier, and for some reason I was really good at booking commercials when I was a little bit heavier. And then I lost a little bit of weight, and then everything dried up.
That's so fun. That's so interesting.
I don't know if that had something to do with it, but it's kind of interesting sometimes.
No, when I'm heavier, like currently, I'm getting much more auditions, and I think it's because it's a less of a competition thing because. Yeah. I think in their business, everyone's so skinny and fit, and like, you know. So when you're like coming in a little heavier, yes, there's less roles, but there's also less actors, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Guys, I'm telling you, you've seen this Walgreens commercial. Everyone has like, I remember when I met Meghan, I was like, I've seen that commercial. It has like everyone lined up and everyone's like different characters, right?
Yeah.
And then you're the cowgirl. Yeah. Oh my God. If you Google, I'm pretty sure if you like Google Walgreens commercial characters, I'm pretty sure they could find it, right?
I think it's under their photo like photography section, or it's like photo development, which people don't really do anymore. But
right. Oh
they
my
did
God.
when I made it.
So funny. Okay, so then for you were doing a show on Lifetime, right? The health.
Yeah. That was fun too. Although, so I was based in New York, but it took me back to the Midwest a lot. So.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I think the show was kind of trying to cater, especially when I first graduated. I looked very kind of like I was from Illinois, and they were trying to cater more to like the heartland. So I would be going to like places like Missouri, Illinois, Iowa, and doing like interesting segments on like there was one that was so silly. It was about exerdating. You ever heard that?
About what?
It's exercising on a first date. It sounds maybe not like something I'd want to do, but they were pushing it. And
wait, so you're not talking about sex. You're talking about like actual exercise?
Yeah, actual exercise. Like a first date, not going out and getting a drink.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, dumb, right? So dumb. But they were like, no, this is like going to be the trend of the future. So they get this rock climbing studio in Southern Illinois, and they hire like a boyfriend for me, and he's just standing there. And there's this key grip, and they have me all strapped into the rock climbing thing, and he's supposed to swing me into frame, and I'm supposed to catch the rock and be like, thanks, Joan, and then do my segment. Except this grip was like too strong, so he kept swinging me in, and I kept smashing my head in there. And for the final cut, you can actually kind of see me like.
Okay, going back to the Walgreens, like explain to people, because we have a lot of comics on, explain to like for acting auditions, like so for the Walgreens, what did you have, can you talk us through like what an audition process is for that?
Yeah, okay, so I had a relationship with the casting director already, which always helps. And they were casting out of LA, but for some reason they were having a problem with some of the characters. It might have been the whole thing that like LA is so kind of has a special look, and I was playing a cowgirl, and maybe they couldn't find that, so they opened it up to New York. So I did an initial taped audition, and then I was going to be in LA already for something else. So then I had my callback, and at the callback, there's like a million people in the room. It's the casting director, casting associate, a million people from the client who really don't need to be there, the ad agency, the director, like the creative. So it's like a gazillion people. And my only line was, uh-oh, somebody's going to get deleted. And that was it. But, like, all these people are there.
Right.
Like,
Guys, commercial auditions are the weirdest auditions because you have to remember, on a commercial, the most you're doing is 30 seconds of something because, you know, there's, like, other things. So you spend an hour getting ready. You spend an hour getting there. You do the audition for 30 seconds, and they go, thank you. And off of that, they're booking you. So it's just, like, so crazy how quick and short commercial auditions are.
It's funny because, like, I've been in the other side of it, like, as I work as a commercial director now, too.
Right.
And it's amazing, like, these opinions these people are coming up with. They're like, oh, yeah, I got really subtle hints of, like, malice. We don't want to go with her. Like, what are you talking about? But it's like, you know, everybody has to justify their job. I'm like, okay, I did not get hints of malice from that person, but.
Oh, that's so funny. Actually, so let's just go there, because right now, so she's an actress, but she's also you directed a bunch of commercials, right?
I've been switching more into it.
You did White Castle?
What?
White Castle, right?
White Castle, some of their online content, which I always think is kind of more fun than the stuff that gets on TV. It gets a little quirkier.
Yeah.
A pretty traditional one last year, just for TD Bank. And usually when I direct, I cast, because I know.
Okay, so when you're casting, so good. Okay, so let's say you're casting a commercial, right? So actors come in. So what are you looking for? as I need to learn this. So what is a cast director looking for in a commercial audition?
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people overcomplicate things. And really, I just kind of want you to be natural. So many people come in with so much stuff or thinking like, I have to do something different. And you don't really have to. Sometimes you won't get it specifically because you're the wrong look. And you can't do anything about that. But
right.
Like, I'll give you an example. When you auditioned for Harlequin this year,
yeah,
they had a line about muffins.
Right.
And this girl, she had a good audition, but she decided to make this weird choice that she was like really resentful of the people that made her the muffins. And she got really bitchy. She's like, thanks to the muffins. And I was like, why did you do that? You had to go. Don't overcomplicate it.
And so did she not get it?
No.
Because of the one line.
Well, it was just like, that wasn't the part. And it's like so many people are in there. But like, I feel like people, because I think it's like people coming from a background like you and me who have a degree in theater. And you're taught, like, when you're on the stage or on, like, film, to make, like, a bold acting choice.
Oh,
With
yeah.
It's really not. It's
pretty
boring.
Interesting. So do you think this just holds for commercials, or do you think this holds for all auditions? Not to me. Because I was told, again, as an actor, especially in auditions, to make a bold choice that they, like, remember you or they see that you take initiative. But maybe for commercial auditions, because it's so quick and real, maybe they don't want the bold choice.
That's kind of what I've noticed. It's also like you're just trying to play to the type. Because it's so quick. They just have to be able to see you and be like, that's who you are.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just doing other things.
I tried so hard. So this commercial that she's specifically talking for, that I auditioned for, no accents. Which, by the way, so hard for me. Like, I would definitely say that, then I'd hear words slip through, and I'm like, oh god, they definitely heard that. Let me say water.
It actually worked for that audition though, because you toned the accent down, but like you sounded real.
Right. So just for like future things, whether not for you even. So like someone else got the role over me. What do you think Robyn did or can do in future things to book a thing?
See, the annoying thing was, and this never happens.
Yeah.
The person who knocked you out of the running because you were number one was our last audition of the day, which like never happened. And she almost missed it. Honestly, when you get into callbacks, anyone could be booked. You know, like if we had cast you, the commercial would have just been just as good.
Right.
I guess like because I'm the director, but then I get one vote. and then other people, and everyone's like, oh, like, you know, they're coming up with these opinions that you're just like,
right.
But no, like, to be very frank,
Yeah.
especially when you get down to callbacks, everyone's good. It's like a look thing, and there's not unless you do something really crazy. Like, I've had people in callbacks be really rude to my audition moderator, like really rude, and it's just like, oh, I don't want that on set for 12 hours. Like, it's like kind of stupid thing.
Here's a little tip for anyone out there who wants to be an actor. Be nice to everyone, from the person who checks you in to the other people auditioning, because you don't know who. I mean, you should be nice to everyone in general. Side note, but
or just be like neutral.
Yeah,
just be neutral. Like, if you can't be nice, just be neutral.
But like, people talk, so like, if you're mean to the person who checks you in, then like the director will find out. Like, and no one wants to work with someone who's obnoxious or rude or anything like that.
Well, because there's so much competition already, and it's just like, I have the option to work with someone that's not rude. So why would you make it harder for yourself? So
in my case with this, it wasn't necessarily like I did something wrong that I should be working on. It's more that someone was just better fit for the role.
It was like, I mean, I think I voted for you, and then the person that overvoted me, he was like, I really like how dorky, like the dorky energy that she's coming across with, and I just got overruled.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm always
like
trying to...
That's not what your natural energy would have been. Like,
right.
You did exactly what you should have done with that character. And this person just comes across, I think, naturally a little more dorky. And for whatever reason.
Well, we even said we were shocked that you guys liked me for this role. Because, so for the first, just the audition, they had me read for both roles. Like the outgoing one, and then like the more, what was she? Like, you know, not nerdy,
maternal.
But maternal, right? So then... they actually liked me for the maternal role, and which was like shocking to both of us, because like you would not think, but the type of actress I am.
When I was writing it, I was thinking about you, and I was like, oh, she should be so like the outgoing role. I was thinking specifically, but I was just like, oh, you know, you might as well have two bites of the apple, because like both of the characters, you know. But yeah, it's weird. And you said you kind of felt that too after you did the audition.
Yeah.
That you just kind of felt a little more pulled towards the maternal one, even though you didn't think you would.
I think that's why I love acting so much, is because you get to like really play and tap into roles of people that you're not. You know, that's why I also love playing like evil, like murderers, you know, and stuff, just because like you get to actually live out things that like in real life you're not. And sometimes roles that are very similar to you actually have more trouble doing, because it's like harder to tap into someone that's like you. I don't know, but I thought it was really great. But anyway, it's so cool to be able to get feedback, because in 99% of times you audition, you don't get it. You don't get to have a feedback of why, or, you know, so it's really cool. What do you like better, being behind the camera or in front of the camera?
I wish I could just be in front of the camera and people would pay me to act, but that hasn't worked out. So now I have to like do this side hustle of writing and acting.
Which, by the way, is so not a side hustle. People would kill to be writing and directing. You know, it's so funny what we want versus there are some people whose like goal in life is to be directing and producing and writing commercials. And
because like it depends. Like when you're working on a large commercial, and there's an ad agency attached, you're not really the director. It's the ad agency. It's the two creatives that write the commercial, come up with the concept, have a lot of say in the casting. And they're essentially directing it. I mean, like, I'm there, but, like, I'm certainly not as, like, hands-on as I would be on other projects.
Oh, my God, I'm just having a flashback. I can't believe I blocked this out of my mind. Remember we were doing a commercial for a Jewish dating app? Guys, I don't think you even know the story. They know all my stories. So Megan calls me and she's like, hey, I'm working on this project. It's a commercial for a Jewish, like, Tinder. Okay? Love inside scoop and behind the scenes stuff. Right? I mean, you'll get it now, especially. So Megan called, she's like, they're doing a commercial. I was hired to do a commercial for this Jewish Tinder where you swipe left, right, da-da-da-da. It's at this, the person who invented the app, we're filming there. It's like a gajillion-dollar home in New York City.
He was like a really well-known playboy in the 90s, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, he was really cute, and his wife was very sweet. Was that his wife?
His fiance.
His fiance.
Her engagement ring was so big, we had to tell her to turn it around because it looked like costume jewelry. Like that's how rich. Like they're both so nice, but like her ring looked fake.
Literally, their whole apartment, I was like, just adopt me. Like I could live in their closet was bigger than my entire apartment.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to think if I ever saw that commercial.
Oh, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw it.
I swear. Oh,
maybe I did. I don't know. Maybe I did. But I just remember, wait, in this scene, he was like at his desk, and weren't we like the two girls behind him or something?
So like he matches with our friend who's gonna go on the date with him.
Yeah.
So she's like showing us pictures.
Oh, and we're like, ooh.
And then we're like, okay, this picture he's looking at a dog. So we're like, oh, this picture he's cooking. And then you had the idea. You're like, in this picture he just has his shirt off. And then we're like, that was the scene.
Yeah. Oh my god. I miss like being around humans. That was so fun, you know. But it was like such a weird experience. So, have you ever had to like? What was like the most awkward situation you've ever had on a set? Like, have you ever had to like tell someone like the way they're acting is not good, or have you ever had to fire someone after already booking them?
Oh, yes. Like I don't like to do this because I'm an actor. It was for a TD Bank commercial we were doing, and so the agency made this choice that they wanted this person, but they had to get client approval. And the person that they wanted didn't have an agent, and she was SAG eligible, but she wasn't SAG. So they're like, well, can you see like what? Because SAG eligible can mean a lot.
Oh, by the way, SAG is the union for actors, which like sets like price, the rules, all that stuff.
Yeah, they're basically a mafia, but you work with them. But yeah, so I had to call her up and be like, okay, so like, are you a must join? She's like, no, I'm not a must join, but I'm SAG eligible and I can join if they want me to. I'm like, oh, okay, great. Take that information back. The client doesn't want her. They want someone else. So then I have to call her back up. And she's like on the subway and she can just see that she missed a phone call from a casting director. So I know that feeling. She calls me up. She's like, hey, Megan. I was like, I am so sorry that the...
Oh, it's the worst.
It's just like usually that awkward situation can arise, but usually it's mitigated through an agent.
Right.
She just didn't have one. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
But the best case, like in those things, I feel like just be very direct. Don't drag it out. Be like, I'm so sorry. They ended up going with someone else that had nothing to do with you. Be like, honest, and also they don't want to talk to you much longer.
Right. And actually, with the thing I auditioned for, you did the same thing. You sent me a text like, "Hey, Robyn, I'm so sorry they're going with someone else," which is like the best way to do it to an actor. Just rip the Band-Aid off so that like. Because actors, we're always getting, our emotions are, we're excited, we got the audition, then we didn't get a call back. Oh no, they are calling us back. Oh, we didn't get it. Oh wait, they're pinning us for a role. Oh, we didn't get it. So we're already like this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
I also think that's a terrible, like, it's a sign of an amateur when you get like a note back from the director being like, hey, it was really close, but we didn't go with you, and it's like all flowery and like, don't give up on your dream. It's just like, just tell me I didn't get it. I can handle it. I had to read this like 2 paragraph of like.
Right. By the way, insider info people, 99.9% of the times they don't tell you don't get it. You just know you don't get it because you never hear anything ever again. So let's say you go in for an audition, they may call you in like for a callback and then another callback, and they say, all right, well, you'll hear from us soon. Then if you don't get it, you just don't know until enough time has passed and you see they casted someone else. So like the courtesy of telling someone they didn't book it is actually like a nice thing to do because that usually does not happen.
I try to do it only with people I know because I've gotten notes before from casting directors and like your actor instinct is like, oh my God, I got it because they're reaching out to me. No one ever reaches out unless you book. So if I don't know the person, my instinct, and maybe this is just how I think this is how I do it, other people could disagree, is I don't reach out because I know in my head when I hear from a casting director, I'm assuming I booked it.
Oh, totally. Totally. Every time I get an email, I'm convinced I have an audition. Like every
Like
email.
a missed phone call from a
Oh,
number you
oh
don't
my
know.
God.
It's like always spam, but I'm like, oh my God, it's like a casting director that's found me.
All right, before I let you go, I always ask all my guests this, especially being in the business and living in New York. Do you have any fun celebrity encounters you want to share?
I had finished booking. I was doing this like promo for New York tourism last year, and finished it, like wrapped it, feeling like hot shit. I was walking down 6th Avenue, kind of like in the West Village, and I don't know what was wrong with me. I was just like doing this, like really spacing out, eating my hair, and I realized that I happened to be spacing out like this, but it looked like I was just staring at Colin Jost, who's walking down the street.
From SNL?
And he was just like, the guy on SNL, like the writer.
Yeah.
And he just went like this, and for some reason I just went, and he was like, and then just walked away.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I met him at actually this is like kind of crazy. I don't know how much I can share, but I had two friends. This is a long time ago. This is before he was dating Scarlett Johansson. I had two friends that he was hooking up with, but neither of them knew about each other because these two friends weren't friends, but these two friends were friends with me randomly, and he was hooking up with both of them, right? So I was with one of the friends, and she was like, "Oh, Colin's at comic strip. Let's go see him." Right? And he was already on SNL at this time. And I was like, or he was a writer on SNL. I don't know if he was on it yet. I think he was just a writer. And I was like, okay. And then at the same time, one of my other girlfriends was like, oh, Colin's, texts me, oh, Colin's at the comic strip. I think I'm going to go over there. What comedy club are you at tonight? And then I was like, oh no, they're going to find out about each other. And it's so funny because like neither one of them were actually with him. He was just hooking up with both of them. So he wasn't really doing anything wrong. And I didn't want each other to know about each other because they were both just so happy and nothing was serious. I just didn't want to get involved. Like I was like, I'm staying out of it, you know? But then if I told up, then everyone would know that I knew everything. So it was a mess. So luckily the other girl never showed up. Neither one found out about each other and everything's all good. But
what you're saying is he owes you.
He owes me. He doesn't know it, but if I ever audition for SNL, I'm going to be like, hey, you don't even know. You don't even know I had your back, you know? So, Meghan, where can everyone follow you on social media and keep up with you?
It's Meghan, MEGHANS _ no, Meghan, I'll give it to you later. I'm bad at it.
I tagged you on Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to see stuff that Meghan's doing, she puts up the fun. I can't say enough about how talented she is as an actress, but also as a writer. I mean, the things you put up, the sketches you do are so good, Meghan. I mean, you did stuff. What was it? Last year, 2 years ago. It was like a series. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was on. You wrote it. It was where you were psychotic.
Was it like I was drunk psychic?
Yeah, drunk psychic. Yes. It was so good, so funny. So guys, go check her out. You won't be disappointed. Meghan, thank you so much. We've been trying to get her on since I started Cawfee Tawk 8 months ago. This was a great interview. Thank you, Meghan.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad we're able to do it.
I know.
And we should see each other in real life.
Yes, yeah. Well, I'll text you after and let's figure out a time to meet in the park or something before it gets too cold. I
love that.
Sounds good. All right, guys, give it up for Meghan Sinclair. Bye. It is so crazy because this show that we did was just so. I know she wouldn't say it because she still keeps in touch with some of them. The show was so awful and so terrible, but the best thing to come out of it was this friendship because we've just been there for each other over this 10 years in this crazy business. I'm moving you back because I have a cool thing to show you for Halloween. Best thing to come. Sometimes you're in terrible situations, but then good things come from it, such as. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you how to make a vomiting pumpkin for Halloween. This is going to be so scary, so terrifying. By the way, I'm no longer nauseous. I don't know how that all of a sudden happened, but okay. All right, so first, we need to Wait, is this how we cut the pumpkin last time? Did we do it with a knife? How did we cut the pumpkin last time? Does anyone remember? Was there a knife? Did I lose the knife? I wish I wasn't smart enough to remember to do this part. Hold on, this knife stinks. We did it with a knife, right? Okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. Did it come with a knife, or did I just use one of my knives? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. My mother said that I've been saying the word okay. Oh my God, if we... Oh my God. Don't what? Wait, can you write that again? Oh, I didn't do the news. Oy. Oy. Hold on. This is why we need an assistant. I know I'm making people nervous again. Don't run your bridesmaid dress. Don't run your bridesmaid. I love that you remember that this is my bridesmaid dress. For those who don't know the story, but you all do. Oh my God, wait. I think I have another message from... Oh, okay. Okay, no. I thought it was another message about the senior home. Looks like a pumpkin lobotomy. Okay, first remove the brain of your pumpkin. Anyway, when my brother Michael and my sister-in-law Karen were getting married, Karen wanted her bridesmaids dresses ordered from this Etsy shop in Brazil, okay? And I got the color, salmon. We all had like different colors, right? So, I then go on, the dress never comes, okay? And I have to go to Japan to perform for the troops, and I was only getting back 2 days before the wedding. Well, I get back 2 days before the wedding, the dress is still not there. And salmon, the reason why it's specific colors is because she wanted like a twilight of all her bridesmaids. So I was like, 2 days, how am I going to get a salmon dress, right? So I'm like freaking out, but I don't want to bug her or my brother because they're about to get married. I don't want to like put this on them. I order this dress off of Amazon like the 2 days before the wedding. It gets here the day before the wedding. But then it turns out to be like a beautiful dress, so. But anyway, this dress, for those who were around during that time, was so much drama. Oy. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're just cleaning out the pumpkin. Guys, what are we going to do about Richie? Because this is 2 days in a row he didn't show up for Cawfee Talk. And I love him. As you guys know, he is my brother. And I do have feelings of love for my brother. I do like Michael more, but that's only because, you know, he's a better brother to me. But, like, do we dock his pay? Wait, guys, we have to... I thought by getting a smaller pumpkin, this would, be easier. Ugh. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to make a vomiting pumpkin. This is great for the kids. Is anyone doing anything for Halloween? If not, make tomorrow's Cawfee Talk your Halloween party. I want you guys to dress up while watching Cawfee Talk, and then take a picture so then we can all look at it, of like your costume and everything. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So now carve out the mouth. Like that. Oh my God, why is this so... This is like not easy, guys. I actually hate this. I actually kind of remember when we did this the other day. I was like, wow, this is really hard to do. Okay. Wait, the Carloses, are you coming on the show tomorrow? Did we ever get to the bottom of it? Are the Carloses my guests tomorrow? And if so, can they be in 2 different rooms? Oy. Oy. I know this is making everyone really anxious. Know that I know that me stabbing something is making everyone anxious. I'm anxious. You're not alone. Well, we think so. Let's talk later. All right, let's talk later. Guys, tune in tomorrow when the Carloses may or may not be our guest. Okay. All right, I think this is as good as it's going to get. Okay. Okay. All right, so here I'm going to show you how to make a vomiting pumpkin. I'm going to make you a little lower so that you can see straight on what we're going to do. Okay. Okay, that looks good. All right, so this is how you make a vomiting pumpkin. Ooh, scary. Okay, so take baking soda and pour it in like that, okay? Oops. Okay. Now, we're going to take some vinegar. So now you're going to put this. Hold on, let's move that. Okay, pretend that's not there, okay? All right. Hi, sorry, I'm teaching. How was the news? I never made it. We never got to the news. Okay. All right, guys. Here is our vomiting pumpkin. Wait, hold on. Let's get some scary music on. Hold on. Scary Halloween music. Okay. Wait, I already realized I forgot to do something. You're supposed to put food coloring in it. Let's see what it looks like with food coloring. Hold on, I'm going to do a take two. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold the horses. Okay. Hold your horses. Okay. Hold your horses. Oh, there you go. We could do that all day. All right, guys, let's call in our favorite mom, Mama Schall. Hold on. Where's my plug? Hold on. You're all crooked, guys. Hey, Mom.
Sometimes my phone doesn't turn on right away.
Oh wait, I didn't give you an applause. Hold on.
Oh, that's all right.
How cool was that?
It's so much better with the food coloring.
Totally.
And then adding in the sound effects, perfect. Now everyone's really going to think that this is, you live on the crazy floor.
I want to put it right above my head.
Someone should take a snapshot of that.
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
Is it right in front?
Wait.
Does it look?
Up higher.
Look good?
Wait. Yeah.
Oh no.
Down a little.
It's alright, someone got it.
Okay, good.
Alright, Mom, give us your notes.
Okay, first of all, I went on Twitter yesterday. I found it.
I saw. I had a bunch of likes from Mama Schall on Twitter.
So I went, those are really cool looking.
The GIFs? Yeah. Are they called GIFs or GIFs? What do you think?
GIFs?
I don't know.
I don't know. You're asking me? I just learned about this.
Alright, what else?
Oh, when you were talking to Megan about that show. First of all, wasn't that show after you did the storybook where you played the animals?
Yes.
And I was just so happy you were playing a human.
I know. Guys, in the start, my career was not as glamorous as this. Mom, you think I'm pregnant?
I'm not saying anything.
Why? Is that your wish?
Well, I'm not saying anything.
Okay. We will move on. But Mommy, is a symptom? Wait, nausea is a symptom, right?
Yes. I mean, look, it could be anything. Don't jump to conclusions.
Okay.
And I just want to say that, going back to, doing the job at the senior,
Yeah.
The assisted living, something's not right there.
I know.
It sounds like really, they're going to, bring someone in to entertain them. There's something more going on there. I don't like the feel of it.
Yeah, me neither. Clearly no one is. I'm just the only idiot that sticks it out the longest.
And that's what I wrote down. If all the other comics said no, it means something.
Yeah, I know. Look, yeah.
Don't feel,
I know. You know what it is, Mommy? It's because right now I'm dealing with like this woman who works there. My heart just goes out for all these seniors who've just been like, haven't been able to see people and haven't been able to get out. I remember towards the end of Susie's, last few weeks being in quarantine, she was just so miserable. So I think my heart just goes out to them,
Right. But they're not doing something right.
No.
No,
I know.
Handling it.
No, everything's just a mess, and I'm, and ultimately, I just didn't feel like it was safe. I think when it came down to it, that was the big deciding factor.
I agree with you. And not safe for you, for them, for
anyone. Yeah, and it's funny. I wasn't even concerned for me. I was more concerned. God forbid I bring something in, I will never be able to live with myself.
Exactly. And let me tell you, if Les didn't want to do it, he does this all the time. He did it at Grandma Susie's.
I know. That's why I was like, all right, let me give it to him. He'll know. But then,
Okay, next.
Yes.
That was what is it? The show you did with Megan. That was in a black box theater?
Yes.
And the best, what the best part about going?
What?
The really cool restaurants that Daddy and I ate at before the show or after the show. Because down in the village, there were some great restaurants.
Right. All right, Mom. 2 more notes.
Oh, well, just one more note on that. The bathroom was off stage. So if people had to go to the bathroom during the show.
Oh my God, Mom, I totally forgot about it. So guys, let's say I'm on stage and you're the audience, right? Right here is the stage. The bathroom was over here. So if an audience member needed to use the bathroom, they had to walk on stage, like while the play was going on. I totally blocked that out.
And the funniest thing is people were going all the time.
Because it was like a 3-hour play. Oh my
And all of a
God.
sudden, you see someone walk on stage from the audience. You think, oh, they're part of it. But no, then they went to the bathroom.
And like you knew how long someone was in there for. It was just, oh my God.
That was the funniest. That was the funny of. That was the funny part of the show.
I agree.
Let's see.
One more note. Give us a good one.
Okay.
You like the pumpkin?
Well, I was interested in when Meghan was talking, and that was it. Who gets that final decision? Is it the director? Is it the guy from the ad agency when doing a commercial? Is it the person whose company it is? That's really it's luck.
Yeah.
But you can be very talented, but if the guy from the ad agency or the one who owns the company likes this one, that's who the director is.
Mommy, Richie can do the news. So do you want to do your goodbyes?
You're already over.
I know. But you know what? For the people who are here, they may as well get the news,
I know. I'm happy for Richie.
All right. So why don't you give your shout outs?
Okay, everybody, stay safe, wear your mask, wash your hands, and keep social distance, and keep positive thoughts.
Wait, you didn't do your shout outs. You didn't do your shout outs.
Jenny, Jalen, Jamie, Mr. and Mrs. Carlos, Snake Eyes, Thomas, and on replay, Susan, Natalie, and who's always listening, Jay and Karen. Hi, and their son Andrew.
Oh, good job, Mom. Way to speed it up.
Thank you.
I
talk this as fast as you can.
I love you, Mom.
Love you guys.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. I mean, what a treat. I came late. It's okay because we are still doing the news. Guys, give it up for a mediocre news anchor, Richard Schall. Wow, they're getting an extra long episode today, Rich.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I don't have my headphones.
All right.
Hang up.
Good. Give us the news.
Okay, so in South Carolina, a woman went to go and vote, and right after, she went to a gas station to get some soda, and she picked up a lottery ticket. Sorry, she got a lottery ticket. Guess how much she won?
How much?
$1 million. Sorry,
Yeah.
$2 billion. $2 million.
I know these news stories because I was gonna do it, and I was like, no, Richie, she did not win $1 million. It's not good when I know the news stories because now I can correct you. Guys, I should get the news stories in advance so I can tell you when he's not telling you the correct news. Richie, we lost you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, we can't see you though. Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
there you go.
All right, next news story.
Next story, a woman went on Dr. Phil, and she was saying how she has married 10 men and divorced 10 men. Guess why?
Why?
Because she's looking for the right one.
So why does she not wait to get married before?
Because she thinks she's found the one, and realizes that it's not.
Yes, we need a fact checker. You know how during the debates people are tweeting the fact checking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and last story.
So our final news story is in Australia, where a grandmother bought a purse with a bunch of Australian animals on it, like kangaroos, koalas, really, really cute. And when she got it, she took a picture of it and sent it to her granddaughter, who then posted it on Reddit where it went viral. Because guess what the animals were doing?
What?
I can't say because I'm in school. But you can.
All right. The bad guy.
Yes. Well, kangaroos, koalas with kangaroos.
It reminds me of this scene from the Birdcage when, like, at the bottom, what it's like leapfrog the boys.
What are you doing? Oh, no, there's a boy and a girl. Oh, no, that's not a girl.
That is such a good movie. All right, Rich, give your spiel real fast.
Guys, thank you so much for being here for Cawfee Tawk. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to Robyn's YouTube channel so you get notifications every time she goes live. Is this fast enough?
Yeah, you know what? I'll take over from there.
Okay, good.
Just say that's all the news.
But what about the light switch business?
Oh yeah, guys, check out the light switch biz. I'll do it in my closing.
All right, guys, that's all the news that Robyn needs to know, which she actually already knew.
Boo! I knew it better than you. All right, at least you know what? At least we got some news. I mean, it was definitely mediocre today, but what are you gonna do? Guys, thank you for tuning in to Cawfee Talk with Robyn Schall. I'm Robyn Schall. I have a bunch of thank yous today. Thank you to Meghan Sinclair for coming on. Guys, go give her a follow on Instagram, and she posts such great things, so you won't be disappointed. Thank you to Mama Schall. Thank you to Jamie for this beautiful headband. Thank you to you guys for showing up every day and having a good time. If you are a sprinkled Patreon, I'm going live tonight at 10:05, but you can catch me before then being interviewed on Squats and Margaritas on Instagram at 9 o'clock. Tomorrow is our Halloween episode. Be sure to dress up and then take a picture of you in your costume watching Cawfee Talk. And then we will show it, on here. Cawfee Talk with Robyn. Tomorrow we may have the Carloses on, maybe not. Big game, I don't know. I don't know what's happening tomorrow. You gotta tune into Cawfee Talk with Robyn Schall. Either way, have a good day. Stay positive, stay happy. And that's all, folks. Bye. Uh-oh.